Alrighty. Good evening, ladies and gents. Welcome to the cheat sheet for how to get fit fast. For everybody who doesn't know who I am, or who doesn't know, that was great English, great to kick things off. For everybody who doesn't know who I am, my name is Jason. I am the director of ProFit International Health and Fitness. I've been doing this a very long time. But of course, you still need to be learning new things. So what I'm going to ask you to do tonight is come on in with an open mind, and we're going to give you the tools and hopefully a new way of thinking in how you can actually get fit and get fit fast. Okay, so regardless of what your goals are, you can implement all these tactics into your health and your fitness, and well, not only just your health and fitness, but every aspect of your life, your relationships, your finances, your business, you name it. There's a ton of things that we can do to have you succeed, and have you succeed well and fast. We are live on Zoom at the moment, so thank you everybody for registering for that one. Those who have registered, I've got a little bit of a special treat for you guys. You guys are going to have the first access into what we're doing for our 2020 launch. It's going to be epic. It's something brand new. We're going to have brand new tools implemented for 2020. Really excited about that one. Cannot wait to kick that off. And everybody who's registered on Zoom, I'm going to add you to that group and fill you in as time goes by. We are also live on our VIP group, our ProFit VIP group. I'm looking over here. I've got our second screen over here. Welcome if you're watching us live on Facebook. Cool. Any questions that you have, feel free to throw up into the chat, throw up on Facebook. Send me a PM if need be. And yeah, we'll help you out as best that we can. If you're watching a recording of this is on YouTube, thank you for taking the time. We're going to do our best to get this done and dusted. I'm aiming for 20 minutes tonight. It should be fingers crossed, it should be a short one. So they're really short, sweet tips and tricks that we can use. I know, well, doing this live, it's 20 past 8 at night, doing it live, wherever you are in the world. Don't want to take up too much of your day, evening, morning, wherever. But look, let's just jump straight on board. Let's get cracking on here. So look, the first thing you need to do is understand your goals. So what is it that you want exactly out of your health, or out of your fitness, or out of your business, or out of your relationship? Understand to the T, to the letter, that your goal is. It's not good enough just to want to lose weight. How much weight do you want to lose? Where do you want to lose it from? Why do you want to lose that weight? It's about getting as specific as possible. If you've got that specific, it makes tracking so much easier to do. And that's where our microcycles, this next one down, our microcycles and our macrocycles come into play. We don't usually talk about this in depth. It's not something that you as a client would really need to know about. It's more for the trainer's benefit. So if we say you've got a 6-month goal, you want to lose a kilo a week for the okay, let's get specific. Let's take it back a little bit. Let's say you've got 20 kilos you want to lose, 20 kilos of body fat. The average would be, say, 1.5 kilos each week. Let's say 2 kilos, rounded up, round figures. So you've got 10 weeks to lose 20 kilos, right? So 2 kilos a week. Can definitely be done. In fact, I've seen it done quite regularly now in our coaching programs. It's basically like our macro and our micronutrients. So our macros are bigger, our micros are broken down even further, right? So out of that 10-week goal, let's look at our macro cycles first of all. Let's break it down into, I've chosen a weird number, 10 weeks. Let's break it down into 4 2.5-week blocks. Okay, so 2.5 weeks as a macro cycle gives you, how's my math? Approximately 17, 18 days. So you can break that 2.5 weeks down into the micro cycles again. So you've got, it's basically there's one big goal, you chunk it down into various smaller goals, and then you chunk that down again. So what are you achieving for the day? What are you achieving for the 2 days? What are you achieving for the week? And it goes from there. So you don't actually see drastic change until you look back and understand how far you've come. That's where the macro and the micro cycles work. Next one we want to look at here is with your goals here is making it real. So taking the first step. So to make it real, you've actually got to put action behind it. It's all well and good to want these things and to have everything set up and you understand everything behind it. You understand the science. You understand you've got the finances there to back you. That's all well and good, but until you actually pull the trigger on it, you're not going to do anything. So take the first step. That is the big one here. Actually, there's a couple of things I need you to take away. That's going to be one of those things. Take that first step and follow through on it. So your goals should be a 10 out of 10. How important is it to you? That is the number one priority here. Is that goal needs to be 10 out of 10 importance. A 9 out of 10 just won't cut it because I don't feel like it today. That's what a 9 out of 10 gets you. You're just going to end up half-assing it, right? So that 10 out of 10 needs to be critical. So that's why we go back and we put the emotion behind these goals. We get specific. Okay, so you want to lose weight. How much weight do you need to lose? I had this conversation earlier this week with one of my girls. She basically told me the doctor told her she's got less than 12 months to live if she doesn't change what she's doing. And that's massive. All right. If you got less than 12 months to live, hey, you got to do some shit. You got to change some stuff, right? Okay, you need to take that first step. And that's why that goal needs to be 10 out of 10. Okay, I don't care what the reason is, so long as that reason gets you to that 10 out of 10. The kids, the family, the finances, your health, your mental health, your mental clarity, whatever it is, that needs to be a critical goal. Okay, that's your goal. So understand what you want and how you're going to get there, right? The plan, this is where we break it down. We've spoken about our micro and our macro cycles, how we chunk things down a little bit. So again, we've got that 10-week goal. Let's chunk it down into 5 weeks. Let's chunk it down into 2.5 weeks, right? They're your macros, your 4 macro cycles. We break it down again. So your 4 macro cycles, roughly 17 days. We could go every second day, every 2 days would be a micro cycle. And then you write down what you need to achieve for that. So every little section of your cycle needs to have a set goal and a set plan, how you're actually going to achieve that goal. I'll use running as the example here. Running is a brilliant example because it's nice and easy to achieve. Okay, so if you want to run a marathon, 42 Ks, right? Let's go on a marathon in 42 weeks time as well. I'm going to use round figures because I'm a trainer and I can't math. So you need to be gaining 1 kilometer per week. All right. So if you've never run before, you've signed up for your marathon. The marathon is in 42 weeks time. Marathon's 42 kilometers. So you need within your first week, you need to be able to run 1 kilometer. Within your second week, you need to be able to run 2 kilometers. Right. You're following where I'm going with this, and that macro cycle, the overview, that needs to be in plain sight. Okay, it's then when you can drop it down and you can work into your micro cycles. That's where these little goals come into play. Okay, so the course for your marathon. Okay, at kilometer number 4, you've got hills. So you might want to add in on kilometer 4 some strength work to help you get up those hills, right? So it's all about doing the research and chunking everything down into little bite-sized pieces. Number 3 is set a time frame. And in what time? So again, our 42-week time frame for our marathon, that's your time frame. Put goals on your times because otherwise it's just going to get away from you. I know I'm sounding a little hypocritical on that one there, but you know, with our 8-week challenge wrapping up, you know, that's going to get away from me. Set your times and set deadlines. Okay, if you can't do it, outsource it. Okay, it doesn't quite work the same with your fitness, but maybe you could outsource your nutrition. You know, bring in your partner or bring in a family member. Okay, would you mind cooking this meal up in bulk for me? You know, I'm busy this day. Could you do it for me then? You know, start to think outside the box, and what you need to do in order to achieve that. And that's our next goal here, is what you need to do. So your training plan and your nutrition plan, it's going to differ a little bit from our sporting goal, in that a marathon, to simply losing weight. The training plan and the nutrition plan need to complement one another. You know, there's a lot of talk going around that, it's 80% nutrition, 20% training. That's absolute crap. It's 100% commitment to both, and both need to complement one another. Okay, you can't be training for hypertrophy or muscle gain when you're on a cutting nutrition plan. So you're simply not going to have the calorie, like a cutting as in losing body fat. You can't gain muscle with extremely low calories. Okay, you need to be in that calorie surplus to gain muscle, but you need to be in a calorie deficit to strip body fat. And while it can definitely be done, and again, we've seen some serious results, some serious successful results, both gaining muscle and stripping body fat at the same time, it's that delicate balance where the training, the nutrition, they all complement one another. And again, not only can it be done, it can be done well, and it can be done fast. Okay, but your coach should be able to talk you through that. The mindset and the psychology, this is an interesting one for me. I've always been fascinated by the psychology behind why people do what we do. And you need to be in the right state of mind. You know, we can't go into something half-assing it. Okay, you need to be committed to it. It's that whole, you know, if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, or whatever that cliche is. But it's true. Okay, you need to be in the right headspace. You know, shit's going to come up, life's going to get in the way. You need to have the backup plans in place. So what happens when you get knocked down? Okay, you sit down, you have your cry. There's nothing wrong with that. You have your cry, but you stand back up, you dust yourself off, and you keep on kicking ass just like you know how to do. Okay, that's the psychology. That is the big thing. That's where I find most interesting. But again, everything needs to complement one another here. So everything needs to fall into place. Let's move on. Making it real. This is an interesting one. I love this because it's again, it's the psychology. Make it real, and you can guilt yourself into doing it. You can, well, guilt's one approach. You can fire yourself up doing this. Like we said earlier, attach your goal to that emotion. I know, guys, you know, basic human psychology says that guys, we will benefit more from the pain approach, or a negative stimuli, as in, you know, I don't believe you can lift that weight, or that's bullcrap. You know, you can't do that. You can't do something. You know, guys in particular will go out and say, you know, up yours, I'm going to do that anyway. I'm going to do it just to prove you wrong. Whereas women generally will respond better to the pleasure or a positive response there. So, oh, hey, that was a great set. You know, you did really well this session, you know, et cetera, right? And I know there's exceptions to those rules. I know, actually, no, I'm not going to get down that track. That's a rabbit hole and a half right there. But, you know, back to making it real, a vision board. Vision boards are brilliant. I love vision boards. You know, anybody who's done our online coaching team, if I've ever sent you screenshots, you know, because I've got dual monitors here, and you know, I usually shut things down and minimize everything, so you'll just see the desktop on one, whereas I'll send you what I need to send you on the other, right? My screen desktop screen you know what I mean? The desktop itself, that's my vision board right there, because I spend so much time in front of the computer. That's my vision board. That's what I'm shooting for. And you know what? Because I'm spending time in front of the computer, I'm relating it back to business, because that's my business goal, my business vision board. Do the same for your health, for your sporting goals, or for your relationship goals, whatever goal you know it is. Do the same for that. Create a vision board. You know, you can do that. You know, write it down on a piece of paper. Leave it on your pillow. Leave it on the fridge. Do it everywhere. It should be paramount that that goal is in the forefront of your mind. Okay, it should be everywhere for you. That's this one here, the now. Okay, I'm going to tell you what that means in a little bit. But a checklist. The checklist is a great way to keep you honest and to keep you on track. So to go back to your the macro and the micro cycles here, as you broke it down, then you've got the overview in front of you. You've got your micronutrients that you can scroll into. The checklist as to how we approach that. Again, it could be, okay, wake up, tick. Little things like that. Just getting up, getting out of bed, making the bed, doing your teeth, you know, cutting down the sugar in the coffee. Tick, 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 tick. Give yourself that sense of achievement for the morning. Sets you up. It's releasing those endorphins. You know, you've got that positivity. You're going to fire up for the day. Okay, it's that checklist. Put everything on that checklist. And actually, you know, if you want that, I've got a little morning structure spreadsheet that we use for our coaching team. If you want a copy of that, send me a PM and I'll send that out to you. It's great to have. You know, you can just stick it on the fridge. It's right there in front of you. You can tick it off as you go. Make one for every little thing of the day. You know, everything you do, just tick it off. You know, I know I personally work really well from a checklist. You know, you should see my calendar at the moment. It's just covered. Okay, and it's just tick, 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 tick. Do it now. Okay, just in the whole making it real approach, do it now. NOW, no opportunity wasted. So if you see something, if you see a chance to park further away from the shops, take it. Hey, there's 20 calories, an extra 20 calories that you otherwise wouldn't have burned. Okay, that adds up. The incidental exercise adds up. Do it now. No opportunity wasted. Every single thing you do needs to get you further to your goal. Because if it's not getting you further to your goal, it's getting you further away from your goal. Okay, eating well. Like everything you put in your mouth is either going to help heal you or help kill you. Okay, I'm not trying to be dramatic. It's just true. Okay, so do it now. No opportunity wasted. I love that. Love that saying. Look, the next thing I've got for you is a little bit of a secret. It comes back to human psychology, and it's really cool. This one, I like this. The secret to sticking to it is focusing on what you want and what you're going to achieve. So if I told you for the next 30 seconds, do not think of a pink elephant, what are you going to do? Yeah, you're going to think of a pink elephant, right? Okay, so that's the psychology. If I tell you not to think about something, you're going to think about it. If I say you can have any goal in the world, you can achieve the body of your dreams, but you cannot eat chocolate cake, what's the one thing you're going to crave? Chocolate cake. So the pink elephant approach is really interesting. And it might take a bit of practice, and that's cool. You can take your time with it. If we focus on what we're achieving, so instead of I will not eat junk food, how about I will eat healthy? I will fuel my body. Okay, just little things like that. The way that we think can play a massive role in the success of your goals. So the pink elephant, I love that. That's absolutely brilliant. I love that one. Look, before we get onto the 2020 stuff, when are you actually going to start achieving these goals? And I know we've got a lot of our regulars on board with us tonight, who are quite frankly kicking ass. I'm just looking at the guest list who we've got on. Actually, everyone on there at the moment is kicking ass. So this question is more for if you haven't really started, or if you want to start a new goal. When are you going to do that? Right now. So what I want to do, if you're watching this live, what I want you to do is go out, find a pen and paper. Pen and papers work better. Don't bother with your phone because it's just pressing buttons. It's not actually putting anything on in words. What I want you to do is right now, find pen and paper, or actually not right now, I'm still talking. After this webinar, go out, find a pen and paper, write down your goals, write down 3 things that you're going to do either right now. If you're watching this live, you can start this tomorrow because it is starting to get a little late. Or if you're watching a recording of this, what are you going to do today? 3 things that are going to get you close to your goal, and you're actually going to do those 3 things. You can tick them off as you go. Okay, sounds awesome, right? Look, you stick to that, and you've got the recipe for success right there. It's just getting the plan together. That's the only thing you need. But to chat to your coach, that's what I'm here for. We can help you with that plan. But cool, awesome. That's all about that one, guys. Any questions at all with that one before we start to drop a few teasers? Cool, awesome. Again, if you want that little weekly structure / checklist, feel free, shoot me a PM and I will send that through to you. But look, let's talk about 2020. I know we're still November. This is going to be epic. I'm really excited about this one. I'm not going to give too much away, but we do have a bit of a Facebook group happening at the moment. It's created today, actually. And everybody who registered with Zoom, I'm going to add you to that group just as a bit of a teaser for your 2020 health challenge. We're going to kick this off on January 2. Okay. Now, I know it's going to be hectic. I know it's going to be crazy busy with school holidays. It's going to be in the middle of summer. It's going to be hot and sticky and gross, and you're going to be busy. You're going to be juggling kids. You're going to be doing, in and out with work. Stuff is going to be crazy, but I promise you it will be worth it. Okay, if you can stick to this, your goals, and it will just become so minuscule in comparison to how awesome you're going to feel. Okay, so we're going to be losing weight the healthy way, or you can gain muscle. Whichever approach you want to take, it's all about health. It's not necessarily a simple weight loss, a weight loss thing. Whatever your goals are, whether it's gaining muscle or stripping body fat, we're going to show you the tools as to how you can do that. We're actually going to walk you through this January 2, and I'm going to show you how you can work it into your day-to-day life. So the way I see this is that you should be your health and your fitness should be working away in the background. It should never take the forefront. Look, unless you're going to get up on stage and compete as a pro, bodybuilding, bikini, figure, physique, one of those actual bodybuilding type shows. Unless you're making a career out of it, you don't want to be working 20 hours of your day towards your fitness, right? You got a life to live, so you should be able to have it slug away at the background and still get some serious results. You can go out with your friends, you can spend time with the kids, focus on what's, I'm not going to say more important because your health is number one, but focus on things that are fun. Okay, and with this is what we're actually going to teach you how to do, and that's why it's going to be working within your day-to-day life. Okay, we're going to have nutritional plans, we're going to have training plans, we're going to have loads of free stuff. We're actually going to be putting together a bunch of new tools for 2020, stuff that nobody has seen before. Nobody's actually seen from us before anyway. All we're going to be doing, we're talking about habits, habitual routines that we as human beings do. It's going to be absolutely awesome. We're going to create an amazing culture with it. I know all of our existing, the ProFit fam, you guys have created an awesome culture already. We're just going to expand on that, and we're just going to blow the shit up. It's going to be absolutely fun. Guys, I'm going to add you to that. Stay tuned on that one. If you're in on that group, I will be posting a few little teasers along the way. Feel free, invite people to that group if you need to. But look, we are, what are we? From recording this, we're about, what's that, 5 weeks, 6 weeks away from that, 5 weeks. Again, trainer, math. Cool, awesome guys. I'm gonna wrap this up now. If you have any questions, shoot me a PM and we're gonna help you out. Awesome team, have an amazing night, morning, evening, lunchtime, weekend, whenever you're watching this. And yeah, we keep on kicking on. Thanks, team.